What's up, Harpooners? It's your boy Gobo coming at you with another haul video. So recently has been the season of community garage sales, so I wanted to show you. I had a great weekend. I wanted to show you a couple of the things I picked up. The first thing here that you're looking at, I picked up a huge lot of Jack specific Dragon Ball Z figures from the early to mid 2000s, so I figured kind of go through these. I'm not a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, but I was able to find some information. We got a Frieza right here, and there's Nappa hanging out. And we got a Super Boo over there, a couple of Super Boos, you know, with the gi, and then there's one guy not wearing a shirt at all. There's Android 18. Let's see here. That's a Raditz in the back there. That's a Yakon. And let's see here. There's a Deborah and King Cold. It's right there. And the guy in the back, that is, looks like I might be mispronouncing Kibitoshin. Alright. And then of course we got Vegeta. You know, there's a Vegeta here. There's a couple of Gokus back here. We got this little guy, Gotenks. He's a lot of fun. And then of course, see here, General Rildo. And then we have also a Meta Rildo hiding in the back. He's kind of behind this dragon guy. And Dr. Mayu. He's got his handlebar mustache rocking out. So yeah, these are about half of the Dragon Ball figures I got. Oh, of course, Majin Buu, my favorite, the big old pink guy. So yeah, so here's about half of the figures. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other half. Okay, and here is the second wave from the Dragon Ball Z lot that I picked up. And it looks like there's a bunch of different miniatures that came in like multi-packs and Toys R Us exclusives. You know, and there's like there's a little Goku, little Frieza there. You know, there's these little guys. Some of them are actually characters from the show, but some of them, yeah, are just like smaller versions of the larger characters. So, yeah, as far as I could tell, looks like we got a Piccolo here. We got a, let's see here, Vegeta with black hair, and then there's a blonde-haired Vegeta. There's like an animal Goku back here with his black hair, Teen Goku, and more Gokus. Let's see here. There's a Piccon right here. There's a Cyborg Vegeta. Moving down the line, I'm not sure about a few of these. There's a Super Saiyan Goku right there. There's a lot of Gokus. It's like he's the main character or something. It looks like there's a Cell in the back, which might be a Toy Fair exclusive. I was looking at the pictures. It's either that or it's from a 2-pack from Toys R Us. I can't really tell. There's an Oob right there, and then there's the baby. He's from a 2-pack with that handlebar mustache guy, and a doggy. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z figures. I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball Z, but I appreciate what it did for nerd culture. I know a lot of people really love it, so I'm happy to pick up this huge lot of figures I got for an unbelievable price. So yeah, we'll throw them in the collection. And who knows, maybe down the line we'll find them a good home or set up a really nice display for them. All right, moving on. Okay, and here's a little thing that we picked up at that same garage sale that I got all the Dragon Ball Z guys at. They had a couple of PS3 games. Now, PS3 is a system that I don't currently and have never owned, but I actually have been finding some good PS3 games OTC, you know, on the cheap. So I'm like, you know, as Curtis and I kind of have this joke that, you know, once we're done with the 2s, you know what comes next. So I'm going to pick these up. I haven't really heard of a couple of these games, so I picked up Demon's Soul. It's by Atlas. You know, Batman Arkham Asylum, which is one of my favorite games on the 360. I played all the way through it. and that's the Game of the Year edition, so it should have all the DLC unless it's been, you know, coded out or what have you. But either way, and then I picked up Dragon's Crown, another Atlas game. Never heard about it. Looks like it's a PlayStation exclusive. So yeah, if anybody knows anything about these games, let us know. You know, we'd if we get a PS3, and maybe we could even do a gameplay video if you guys want to see one of them. But yeah, I mean, literally it was $2 for all 3 of these games, so I had to pick them up even though I don't have the system. All right, next thing. Okay, so here's a lot of comic books I picked up from another garage sale. Guy had them just sitting on his workbench, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm looking at some comic books. He's like, I only want to sell them as a lot, and I want $75. So I told him, I'm like, look, man, it's not happening. I looked through them. There's some New Mutants, some Amazing Spider-Man, there's some X-Men, there's some X-Force. You know, I do hunt for key issues and first appearances. So, but I was like, yeah, you know, I told him the condition of these. So, even his wife got involved. She's like, whoa, hey, he can take 50. And then it's like, yeah, still, so we ended up settling at $30. So at $30, I was like, you know what, this is a good collection of old books here. So, these are kind of, you know, there's some good stuff in here. You know, like I said, New Mutants, there's some Spider-Mans, there's a couple Avengers you can see on the end there. You know, some Guardians of the Galaxy, some crossovers, some what-ifs. Some good books, but nothing really valuable. So I picked out like 6 of my favorite books from here. That I actually, these 6 books probably make the whole lot worth it, and everything else is just for show. So this first book here is my favorite, and knowing me, you'll probably guess why. It's Brute Force #1, which is not a rare book of any kind, but it's a Marvel comic. And it features Animal Kingdom joins to save the fight for planet Earth, and you are not mistaken, that is a dolphin with an Uzi leading a team of animals into some sort of a battle. There's a jet that's an eagle. I mean, there's a kangaroo riding an ATV. I love everything about this. I don't care if it's not a popular or valuable book. I'm gonna frame it, put it on my wall, 'cause it's great. The next book here, also not terribly valuable, but I thought it was cool. It is Spectacular Spider-Man #139, which is the origin story of Tombstone. And everybody knows, trying to get their hands on that Vulture Wave from Marvel Legends, Tombstone is one of the more popular figures that's going to come out. And this is not his first appearance, but this is the origin story explained. So I thought that was kind of a cool book. Like I said, not terribly valuable, but a fun one. We got our first appearance book on the list, and it is Wonder Man #2. Which is introducing the Hitmaker, a character that definitely never took off, but it is, and then also the Beast is guest starring. It is a first appearance book, and you know, I have to stick to my guns. You know, if I'm going for the first appearance books, can't exclude somebody because they're not an interesting character. Okay, and these last 3 are the ones that I'm very, very excited about. So I will break them down for you here. Like I said, it's all super good stuff. So first I have the Incredible Hulk #255. Now it is a little bit damaged up in the corner, which is a bummer. But this is the key issue where Hulk and Thor fight it out. And I know everybody's seen the Thor Ragnarok trailer, where this scene is being made into film, which I am super, super excited about. I'm sure everybody else is. It's everybody's favorite part of that trailer. So yeah, Hulk 255. It's an older book. Super happy to have it. Like I said, it's a key issue. So that one was a great find. The next one, also huge, is the New Mutants #100. So this is the first ever appearance of the X-Force team. And this is the purple background, so I guess that is a second printing, but it's still relatively valuable. But like I said, it's just first appearances. I love the X-Force. I have a bunch of X-Force books up on my wall here, so this is going to be a nice addition. Plus anything New Mutants, you know, it's hard to find. So fortunately, our friend with the Workbench Comics did not have the issue from 2 issues before. which would have been a much bigger deal. But he did have the best book in the lot. Very super excited to have an X-Force #2. So this is the actual second appearance of Deadpool ever in comics, and on top of that, it is the first appearance of Wolverine as Weapon X. So super exciting. I love this book. I love the art. I love the even Deadpool. He commands such a presence that even his second appearance is a welcome sight. So this was definitely, I saw this book, I was flipping through them, and I kind of had to casually be like, oh, well, you had to not let him know that he had a good one in there. So, like I said, there's 6 books that I really like. The rest of them are great. They're just, not terribly valuable. There's a couple that are extremely damaged, which I hate to see, but you know what? Maybe we saved the fate of the rest of them here. So, yeah, comic collection. Couple other things. I think that's about it for the garage sale fodder. There is a couple other things that I picked up, so we'll throw in a couple little fun things at the end of this video here. So let's go ahead and get on to it. Okay, so here is another thing that I got this weekend. It actually, I know it's in an Amazon box, but it actually is an eBay auction that I won. So I know what's in here, but you guys don't. So I'm gonna crack it out and show you, what we got and see how you guys like it. I know I'm really excited about it. I get rough with these boxes sometimes. Okay. So, got some bubble wrap here. That's not what I paid for. That's just a little extra you threw in, I suppose. And here he is. Oh! God dang it. Well, actually, you know what? It's still pretty great. Here is a major disaster. Supposedly meant on card, but then, of course, looks like that adhesive over the years finally called it a day. But this is one of my favorite Toxic Crusaders figures. Just the intricate design of this figure. I have it loose. I think Curtis picked it up for me at a toy shop in Monument or something, so it wasn't on camera or anything. But here's the packaged version. So, well, that does stink that that's popped open, but you know what? I think I might just glue it and just call it good. He was on, maybe I need to read the description of the sale a little bit better, but because he was not terribly expensive, and these Toxic Crusaders figures are definitely very coveted. So yeah, I think I'll just glue it in and call it a day. All right, and then I have one more thing I think we'll have some fun with, so let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, and our last thing of the evening here, this video, is T-Fury was having a pretty excellent sale. I don't know if you guys use T-Fury. You probably have recognized a few of my shirts in the video. I like T-Fury because they do the ironic kind of nerd shirts, but a lot of times it's just like cross-reference pop culture things, sci-fi things, so it's great. Well, anyways, they had their sale that was $4 a shirt, but they're all random. So I'm like, at $4 a shirt, I'm willing to roll the dice here, and let's see what I got. So I ordered 3 shirts. So let's discover them together here. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut this sucker open. Probably don't need the knife. Okay, seeing some colors. It's got some patterns and stuff. So alright, so this first one. Oh! It's Ralph Wiggum and Krusty the Clown, and it's it. It says we all float down here. That's great. It's a design I remember seeing on the site. I was like, yeah, it's not bad. Maybe not full price, but I think at that $3, I can't hate that. Alright, let's look at the second one here. Okay. So this is a Calvin Ball, established in 1988. So I'm not a huge Calvin and Hobbes fan, so I'm not 100% sure the you know, the context of this, but it says the score is still Q to 12, so I'm sure it's just, I know that comic was all about, you know, the being a child and imagination and all that stuff, so I figured it probably cycles back to that in some way. So cool, yeah, that's not a terrible shirt. And the last one here looks like it's a NES controller of some kind. Oh, okay. It's a NES controller, and he's pushing a walker like he's old. Oh man, just dated myself here, and I don't know if maybe a few of our viewers. That was my first game system. Was the NES. I remember getting that when I was 3 years old, and it had already been out. But yeah, there you go. A couple of random shirts. I don't hate them. I don't know. I was kind of wishing it was going to be something more ridiculous, give you guys a little bit more of a funny reaction. But what do you know? I'd rather take some good shirts. Alright, Harpooners, thanks for watching. We got a haul video. We got more Marvel Legends stuff coming up. We got Denver Comic Con is only a couple of weeks away. We got our, you know, at least one ticket, so we will be there. Not providing specific press coverage, but we might have a couple things up our sleeve, and you know, we hope you join us. Yeah, if you like these videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will keep on doing what we do. Alright, Harpooners, thanks for watching.